A new potential bombshell report on inflation will soon be released as President Biden vows to fight the rising costs across the country. But there are growing questions over the state of the U.S. economy and whether inflation has already peaked. Debra Alfarone takes a closer look.
President Biden says tackling inflation is his administration's top domestic priority.
I know you got to be frustrated. I know. I can taste it.
On Tuesday, the president outlined a plan to rein consumer costs in. His remarks came as U.S. gas prices hit an all-time high of $4.37 a gallon. Mr. Biden said the Russian invasion of Ukraine added to problems related to the pandemic.
Not only did it shut down our global economy, it threw the supply chains and demand completely out of whack.
President Biden accused congressional Republicans of having no ideas for combating inflation. He says stymieing his agenda seems to be their main focus.
GOP leaders responded in kind.
$100 doesn't get you as far today as it did the day that he became president. Pointed his finger at everybody else other than himself, and the American people are sick and tired of it.
Recent polls show less than a third of voters approve of how President Biden is handling inflation, a figure that could drive voter turnout in the midterm elections this fall. Debra Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
All right, so for more on how this is actually going to be affecting you, we want to bring in CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger. Thank you, Jill, for standing by. Really appreciate having you here. So we're going to get this report on the consumer price index in a couple of hours. What are we expecting to see?
Well, the previous report showed that inflation grew at an 8.5% annual pace. This report may show a little bit better, maybe 8.3, 8.1. But honestly, if it starts with an 8, we know prices are high. And you don't need the CPI to tell you that pretty much everything that you encounter on a day-to-day basis costs more today than it did a year ago. So I think this report should be a moment where we just pause, we take it in. But we also know that the Federal Reserve is now looking to raise interest rates, not just a couple of times this year, a number of times. And they'll also do so next year, trying to drive down this inflation rate back to closer to where it was before COVID struck. That would be in the 2 to 2.5% range.
So we know there are a lot of factors contributing to inflation, but are we paying more, I guess more for various items because of inflation across the board? I mean, we keep hearing about, oil and gas companies and the type of profits that they're making. So is it just about inflation?
Well, I think it's mostly about inflation. So let's be clear that there are two parts of this equation. There is the supply side and there's the demand side. And on both counts, it's very difficult to control prices. And so here's what I mean. Think about demand as us, consumers and businesses, and we're spending. And by the way, we didn't spend during the COVID, the height, because we were mostly at home and scared to go out. And so we piled up savings, and then we came out of the period and we unleashed our inner spender. And that is continuing to this day. The Fed's moves are really meant to tamp down the demand side of the equation. The president's right on one hand because the supply side is truly out of the Fed's control. And so that means that we are certainly worrying about the supply chain. And that is exacerbated because the war in Ukraine. It's also exacerbated because we have shutdowns in China that have limited manufacturing once again. So to be clear, this is not a problem that's going away overnight. It has a lot to do with both administrations voting to send tons of money into the economy, the Fed dropping interest rates to zero, flooding monetary system with money, all that money coming out and then actually going back in and being spent in a real whoosh way, like an all-at-once kind of spending scenario.
So because some of these factors are kind of unpredictable, we don't know what's coming in the future. What's your take on where inflation is now? Are we peaking?
I think we're in the process of peaking. But again, that's like saying, oh, my temperature peaked at 105 and now I'm at 104. OK, I'm glad it's not 105 anymore. That was really scary. But 104 is still high. And I think that we have to be prepared to be paying higher prices in the months ahead. It's not going to happen all at once. It's not like the Fed has a magic wand and says, okay, inflation, we're done with you. So it takes time. And that means that we really are probably going to see prices remain high, though starting to taper off. The rate of increase is going to taper off, but it's still not going to feel like things are back to normal. And that's not going to happen until the Fed really starts to get rates probably higher by at least 1 to maybe 1.5%. And then I think we're going to slow things down. The real question becomes, and why you're seeing so much volatility in the financial markets is the Fed too late when it comes to inflation? If they're too late, then inflation kind of grips the economy and people stop spending and we slow down. Or if the Fed goes too far, what happens? They kind of are keeping rates going faster and longer, higher, and that actually causes a slowdown that can cause a recession. So in either extreme, investors are worried about recession, and that's what's moving markets right now, unfortunately, mostly to the downside.
Yeah, Jill, thank you very much. Back to normal. I'm not sure what that is, but thank you.
Yeah, right.